Hi Cryptic Queens, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. In today's episode, I will show you the overview of what I am seeing on BTC and why it's so important for us to understand support and resistance zones, how the market get drawn to it, and the Fibonacci levels, and how we actually can break everything down with the Fibonacci. If we're going to the 4-hourly chart, this is where all the magic is happening, and I do have some Fibonacci levels, support and resistance zones, but I do explain perfectly on why the market could reach some higher targets to create the next lower high. But if the market fails to do that, I will also, of course, give you the bearish scenario for BTC. This is actually a really good video, so don't miss it. Don't forget, I'm no financial advisor. You need to look up everything yourself first, but please continue looking at this video and you will watch the most wonderful video in your whole life about BTC right now. Starting off, we're looking at the overview on BTC right now. We have the previous resistance back down at 13,700, which we can with time, of course, pull back down to. Exactly as I spoke on today's live stream, is that when it comes to trading overall, you have to understand that the market always needs previous support and resistance zones that it get drawn to retest. And the two levels that we have right now where the market can retest is one support and one resistance. The first one that I do believe that BTC will continue up to, first of all, is up to potentially 19K, around 19, 18K. Then eventually I do believe that we can have a drop down to, first of all, around 14 to 13K. Really good combined with the Fibonacci, but just have it in mind. It's really important. You have to understand that the market is always using previous support and resistance zones to retest, and this is why we need to understand that 14 to 13K can be one level that we are soon coming to. Okay, when we're zooming into the daily chart, we're using the Fibonacci because the Fibonacci is giving us the levels where the market potentially most of the time actually is getting drawn to, because Fibonacci levels, just the way as support and resistance zones, the market get drawn to it, retest it, bounce off of it, etc. This is the reason why I am using Fibonacci so much as I do, because it's just guiding me through what the market is doing all the time. And we are right now looking at this lower high level, which is also extremely good combined with the previous support that we have around 18,460 and 19,290, if you want to be precisely. We can all see that the market is creating a lower low. If we're looking at the overall perspective, this is what the market is doing. Each and every time the market has created a lower low, the market bounced up to create the lower high, and this is something that we could potentially see happening right now too. When we're going down to the 4-hourly chart, we're looking at the previous lower high that we did break at 16,700. Market pulled back up, and what did happen? The market broke above it. Market got drawn to it again for the retest as a new support, bounced back up again, retested what? The previous resistance. What happened? The market dropped. Now we all understand that the market uses support and resistance zones to reach and react to it. Of course, we are in a sideways market. What we have to think about is that we have the beginning of the sideways market started around $17,500, because we have never been able to break this level. We haven't even come up and retested this, but if we're only dragging a zone here, you can clearly see that this is a level that the market had to bounce up to for a retest. Inside the sideways market, the market will obviously bounce in between before you see a clear direction, and we're not gonna see a clear direction until the market actually decides to break above the previous high that we have around 17,500, or break the support that we have at and previous resistance at 16,500. Because when we're breaking this consolidation market that we're in, you will start to see the market giving you clear direction, whether it's to the upside or if it's to the downside, and that's when the market is going to give us the trend: higher highs, higher lows, and lower highs. When we are zooming into the sideways market that we're in, you can clearly see how the market created the high, and you can also see how the market broke below the previous support at 17,190. So these levels are really important for us. We did break below it. We saw a retest. This was something that I also spoke on today's live stream, that this would possibly happen. If we have the market having a bigger drop right now, we're using the next Fibonacci levels that we're taking. This is a high low Fibonacci around 16,976 and 16,903. So if you see that the market have the bearish momentum, before we are saying that the market is 100% bearish, we need to see how the market is behaving around this level, because the market can come back down here for only retest to then jumping to higher targets. If the market, of course, breaking this level, we're using the previous resistance, because remember what I said in the beginning, the market is always using previous support and resistance zones to get drawn to retest or break them. And in this case, the market could pull back down for another retest at 16,700, or we're breaking below the level and we are continuing with the drop. The bullish scenario is, of course, we can just might see the market break above it right now, or whether we see the market pull back down for a retest. But if the market is breaking above the trend line that you can see, and I've been taking it from the 4-hourly chart, very important on how we're using the trend lines. We are never allowed to break any candles when we are using the trend lines. This is extremely important. I do believe that we will continue to have a drop, but I just want to give you the overview is that if we see the market have the momentum, then to create or push to higher targets, we need to break above the trend line that we have around 17,300, and then of course we also need to break above 17,565, because that is the resistance that we have. So the market will give you rejections around these levels until you have a clear breakout, and with the clear breakout, that's when you will start to see the market giving you higher highs and higher lows, because at that point you will see the market getting drawn to the Fibonacci levels around 18,460 and 19,200, the one we spoke about in the beginning. If we are zooming out, what are we looking at? We are looking at the previous support, just might turn into the new resistance, the exact same way we've seen the market on the lower time frames and on the higher time frames retested these levels. It always get drawn to it just for a retest or a break of it. So we're using these levels as guidance to see what the market is actually doing against them. If the market decides to pull back up to these levels, this is where we then wait for the market to start to break the uptrend and reverse to a downtrend, because remember, the market overall, if we're zooming out, is still in a downtrend. So this is the potential scenario that I have right now on BTC. And if you're someone that wants to have a great platform to trade on when it comes to cryptocurrencies with low fees or zero fees when it comes to spot periods, you can right now receive a bonus on BYBIT up to $30,030 by using the link in the description down below this video. You also have it somewhere here in the corner. Really great platform. It is leverage trading, but of course when you're choosing to trade the market, you already know how to use leverage trading to your advantage when it comes to risk management and everything. You are the only one that is in control over your account, so make sure that you know exactly what to do. But I trust you. I know that you're doing this good. So claim the best bonus available right now, and this is also how you are supporting the channel. If you're not following us on our other social medias on Bitcoinsensus, make sure to do that too. We have the Twitter account, which I also daily update you guys with some charts. Today I gave you Matic, and this is potentially what I see can happen. This is the 1 weekly chart. We saw the market giving us the lower high, the lower low. Market pull back up the same way that I showed you on BTC. Market pull back up to the Fibonacci level, reacted to it, then market started to bounce. We are still in the uptrend. We just might see the market push back up a little bit more before we see the market have the next trend. Thank you everyone for looking at this video together with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification so you know when I am live next time and when I do have my daily updates. I've been changing the live streams a little bit because, as you guys know, I did practice scalping and I actually like it really much right now. I'm actually going on the live streams a little bit earlier now. I'm going live when the New York session is opening, so I'm catching the moves when the market is the most volatile. So make sure to be on those live streams so you'll see how I scalp the market. Now I have nothing more to say because I am going to bed. It's freaking cold here in Sweden and I just want to have a great day, everyone. I love you. Mwah! Toodles!